What we're disrupting is the status quo in law. There's a lot of inefficiencies right now in the way legal services are delivered, and what we're focusing on is legal research, which is really such a huge time constraint. Legal research is something that forms the bedrock of a lawyer's work, something that takes up to 30% of their time. The problem is right now they use keyword databases to search through the law, so it takes them a lot of time to be able to find the passages of law they need to help their clients. And so what we've done is design a system that does that much more efficiently, and what's really neat about it, it actually gets smarter the more they use it. The law, it's always changing. And so lawyers may know the law on what it stands on a particular issue today, but a case can come out, many cases come out, and it can change that. And so they always are kind of looking into the past to really build the future. But the issue with that is there's just millions of cases. What our system is able to do is actually understand when a lawyer asks it a question, what they really are looking for. And it does that by examining the different words in the sentence, contextualizing it, see the relationships between those words. And so right off an instant, it actually knows what the user's looking for.
The intelligent search may find it, but it may not. And unless we, the searchers, know how that is thinking, we can't be certain that it's really going to give us what we want. So yeah, it's going to be easier in the future, but I really don't foresee a time when it will not be advantageous to use a trained law librarian or a trained lawyer to finish your legal research issue.
I think with artificial intelligence right now, you have a fear stage, and then it moves to an educational stage, and then really it moves to an embracing stage. So I think we're out of the fear stage, we're into the educational stage. It's like having another team member. And so your client comes up with their problem and presents it to you, and the way they present it is in natural language. So they say, hey, you know, X, Y, Z happened, what's the law? And as a lawyer, you know, sometimes you do have a good idea, but sometimes, you know, oftentimes you have to do a bunch of research. And so you would just log into Ross, ask your question the way it came up, and instead of being just hit with a whole ton of noise that you have to read, it surfaces up the direct passages of law that best answer their question. And so right off of one question, two questions, they could either turn across the table to their client and say, this is what the law says, they can pick up the phone, and allows for a lot more efficiency in the entire process. Ross is available to lawyers on a subscription-based service. We started in bankruptcy law, and we're spreading it across, and our goal is to have Ross available in every practice area in the United States, but also available to every lawyer in the world. When it comes to law and what we're doing, it's pretty clear. So you have stats that show the majority of people can't afford a lawyer. You have stats that show record numbers of legal graduates and record numbers of debt that can't find work. But we have the ability to marry that, and we have the ability to equip lawyers with technology to cross that divide. And so I think for us, it is about leaving that mark. It's about allowing lawyers to do more and scaling their ability so that getting access to a lawyer isn't something that, you know, folks shy away from if you don't have hundreds of dollars an hour. It should be a fundamental right.